the message to the players, it wasn't just about the 23. This is an incredibly tight group of players that have, and the non-23 did a brilliant job this week in helping that Test 23 prepare. And so it was the victory was as much about them and the whole squad than just the guys who took the field.
Thank you, Warren. Cheers.
Hi, Warren. A similar question. If you dented their ego in the South Africa A game, which you lost, what do you think you'd have done psychologically to them in the second half? And what do you do next week to prepare for the backlash?
Yeah, I don't know. I made that comment in terms of hoping that they would just come harder at us in those areas. I didn't really want them to vary their game too much. So it wasn't so much about denting their ego. It was about us getting confidence from certain aspects of the game. So I thought our line-out was excellent today. And the scrum looked like it was under a little bit of pressure at the start of the game, and we eased into it, and we ended up with a couple of scrum penalties too. So they're going to keep working hard as a group, and they will continue to improve in those areas. And for us, we feel like there's a lot more in us too. I just thought from conditioning side, we look like we're just getting stronger and stronger, and are able to keep the intensity and keep the pace going for the whole 80 minutes. And that's a really pleasing aspect of how hard we've worked over the last 6 weeks or so.
And a quick assessment of Mario Toge and Courtney Law's performance, especially Courtney, who was obviously the guy you only included the sort of last minute in the squad.
Oh, I thought he was brilliant. I just thought his line-out stuff was good. Some great carries and footwork. Murray's had one turnover, a carry where he's probably gone in too high, but he's worked incredibly hard. I just thought those players, they will put in a really big shift, and then I thought the bench was great for us. I thought the impact of our bench was probably more significant than their bench was, and that was pleasing. And then the energy from the rest of the staff and the players in the stands in terms of encouraging our boys, and any turnovers or anything that was positive was immense as well.
Good evening, Warren. It's Kanyiso here from Sport 24. With the Boks having issues with COVID leading into the test match, do you feel that they were slightly underdone actually leading into the game, and it started to show in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, look, they've had their own challenges with players not taking a full part in training and stuff, and they've only had a couple of games together, and a little bit like us. At times you got limited preparation. You're playing 2 games a week. It's quite hard in preparing for internationals. They came out really strongly out of the blocks in that first half and put us under a bit of pressure. So, I expect that they will be a lot stronger in the next 2 matches. They will. I'll be pleased with the way they started, but probably not so happy with their second half performance. But they'll be like us. They'll go back and look to work and improve on things for next week.
And then one more from my side. Do you offer I know that's easy to speak when you're from the winning side, but do you feel that some of the decisions from Nick Berry did kind of sway towards the Lions?
No.
James. Hi, Warren. It's James from Planet Rugby. Congratulations on the win. You must be delighted. Quick one from me. Half time, who was giving the message out to the team, and what were the key points that you were making to the guys? Certainly the discipline, the aerial work, and the exit strategy worked a lot better. Who was giving the key messages? Yeah, just at half time, we normally give the guys some time to. We don't go in with messages straight away. Just some, they rehydrate and take some fluids on, give them a bit of time to gather their thoughts, and then the forwards and backs will meet as units, and then Tandy will deliver something from defence, and Gregor will talk about attack stuff, and then I finished off with some points. And so the message from me was that we're still in this arm wrestle, even though we're down. Just keep our composure,
we'll get some opportunities in the second half, and when we do get some opportunities, we spoke about, if we got easy 3 points in front of the post, let's take the 3 points. If it was a bit wide or a bit longer out or a bit closer to the touchline, then to put them into the corner and squeeze them that way. Also spoke about some of the soft penalties that we'd given away in the first half and making sure that our discipline was better in the second half, which it was, and just being a bit more accurate with our kicking game and looking to get some of the scraps from that aerial battle. And I think that sort of turned for us in that second half.
And was that's the kick to touch for the line out? That was an actual conscious decision, and you actually discussed the possibility of that at half time, yeah?
Sorry, what was that?
The kick for touch rather than the 3
Yes,
points.
yeah. We kind of felt that we weren't. They were the same. They never really got into our 22 and put us under pressure. And we felt that with a couple of those penalties, we wanted to get them to the 22 and really look to keep them down there and to pressurise them and to try and get some points from that. And so, we mauled exceptionally well. I thought, particularly that second half, it got a couple of penalty opportunities and have scored a try. So, yeah, it's just about getting that balance right between, when you take your 3 points and even though it's 3 points, it does relieve a lot of pressure on them. And that's a decision the players make at the time. And, the captain makes that. And I mean, Dan Biggers in that first half missed what for him would be considered a reasonably easy penalty to close the gap to 12-6. And then we've had a long shot with Elliot Daly. And so that, yeah, with just a little of a change of message at halftime about when we do get a chance to put them under pressure by kicking into their 22, let's look at doing that.
Hi Warren, I'm Luis Chiesa from ESPN Argentina. Congratulations on the victory. In the first half, the South African forwards pack became strong, and in the second half, the Lions were able to dominate. What do you think of the great performances, particularly from Courtney Loss and Mari Toje?
Yeah, I thought both of them were outstanding. I thought Courtney carried exceptionally well. He was strong. The big thing was when we started to get some ball on the front foot, it just stopped a little bit of their line speed. We were able to play through some phases and we got some reward from that. I thought Maro was immense as well. Both of them had outstanding games, and it was a key for us really. I thought we made some good decisions when to bring the replacements on, and they all had a big impact for us coming off the bench too. But definitely Courtney and Maro's impact was significant.
Hi Warren, congrats on the win. Jack Owen told us earlier this week that it was going to be the biggest game that he's played of his career. How did you think he stepped up to the mark?
Jack did what he does do well, and the reason we picked him, he doesn't make mistakes. He's incredibly accurate. He takes those kickoffs. He's got some good footwork. He got us some go forward, and does a lot of the unspectacular stuff that you need in a forward pack to get the balance right. You got guys who carry a bit more and stuff, and so we were really pleased with his performance, and it was incredibly solid. So he's continued to improve and improve in this environment. He's like a sponge in terms of gaining knowledge. He asks really, really good questions. He takes on information well. So we're really, really pleased with his development. I've just seen him. I know the first game he played, he was incredibly nervous and about the first hit out, and he's one of those players that does get pretty nervy before a game. But this week he seemed a lot calmer and a lot more assured, and I think that's given him a lot of confidence and self-belief in himself and his own performances.
Hi Warren, that's your fourth test win as the Lions head coach now. Where does that rank in terms of being special for you, especially looking at the fact that all the uncertainty with this tour, all the COVID stuff going around it? How does that rank for you?
Yeah, look, it's definitely up there. I mean, any Lions Test victory is special. For us, it's been a challenge, and we've worked hard, and for me, having been down points and stuff, and been under a little bit of pressure, and just keeping our composure and fighting our way back into the game, that was the most pleasing thing, and just how strong we continued to grow in the game. And so to beat the world champions first up in their own backyard is it is really, really special.
Yeah, sorry. Hi, Warren. What did you make of the pitch? It's looking kind of like a bit cut up on that left-hand side from up here. Are you happy with that? I mean, there was a few scrums that seemed to go down.
Yeah, but I think that's the way that the pitch is. It is quite slippery in terms of players holding their feet and that. And even though it was a lovely day here and it was dry when we arrived, sort of you get about 6 or 7 o'clock and it starts to get quite slippery and dewy. So it's not the easiest pitch to scrummage on, and that, and players have got to hold their feet and get their feet under them, but it's like everywhere probably in the Southern Hemisphere when you start in winter time. You get nice days, but the pitches do tend to get quite slippery and dewy in the evening.
Thanks.
Thanks very much, everyone. Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.